Okay, so for week 12 of winter anime, the season is over. A lot of cool shows we had, a lot of cool wrap ups. So I'm gonna basically sum up all the animes we had this season. We're gonna have a tier list, the best shows, best waifus, best openings we had this season. I'm also gonna talk about some shows I've watched this week that wrapped up. So yeah, it's gonna be my last video on the winter season, but I liked it. You know, a lot of solid shows. It's kind of surprising how a lot of two core animes, basically all of them delivered so well. So yeah, Apothecary Diaries, Freeren, Shangri-La Frontier, Ragnar Crimson. I liked all of them. It was definitely worth getting like a longer season for a lot of these stories. But yeah, this week we had the Mashle season 2 finale, Dangerous in My Heart season 2 finale, Gushing over Magical Girls, and a lot of other shows. So yeah, let's get started. All right, and now for Solo Leveling episode 12. This is the finale. So yes, this anime is over. We have a season 2 confirmed. So I mean, that's very nice because like the webtoon is very popular. It's around 200 chapters. So what we had season 1 is like the typical, okay, this is where the anime starts, the intro. So I mean, I really liked the anime. It was definitely very hyped up. It had big shoes to fill. I thought the studio did so well. These past 2 episodes were very solid, and overall, yeah, the action was like very decent. Nothing really distracted you. These monsters were very well done. Jinwoo kind of running around, dashing, slashing them up was like very nice. So yeah, I'm really happy with the animation. Overall, you know, it's really hard to capture that webtoon art style because that's pretty much what made the source material so popular. Like the story does exist. There's like a lot of characters in the background. The world is being set up, which is nice. But overall, you know, it's just a power fantasy. This dude kind of fighting monsters, and you know, as long as the fights are good, then you know people are happy. But yeah, overall, I thought the anime did suffer because the fights felt more repetitive here than in the source material. Where like Jinwoo just like stabbing monsters in the eye. His internal monologue is like, "Oh, this is like the hardest thing I've ever faced. I have no more stamina. I'm exhausted." So I thought the anime did suffer with the main character being super annoying. But besides that, you know, it's a cool show. I mean, you kind of knew what you were getting into after like the first 2 or 3 episodes. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, besides that, you know, this episode kind of wrapped up. It's the Arise scene. So yeah, spoilers, he gets a new power. Yeah, Jinwoo, he's like doing this level up quest. He dropped the teleportation stone. He's super injured. He's getting like beaten up by all these knights. So it looks like he's gonna die. And then we see like his kind of past self like making fun of him. He's like, "Oh, just because you got a bit stronger, you're still kind of stupid. You don't know how to like do anything. You don't know how to survive." I thought it was kind of the opposite because I thought young Jinwoo had that survival instinct. But no, it looks like Jinwoo's luck was carrying him the whole time. He's not really the smartest dude, which we know. He just like, you know, faces danger head on because he wants more money to support his family. And miraculously, he's like barely surviving any encounter. Luck is on his side. He's the main character, got the plot armor, especially here. So when the knights were gonna kill him, he gets teleported away because he forgot to finish his daily quest. So I guess that mechanic prioritizes everything else. So basically, as he was getting ganged up, he kind of has a moment to breathe as he has to like survive in this like desert world. So he instantly drinks some stamina potions, does some quick leveling up, and now he's like back to normal, refreshed. He also buys like a new dagger. It's like a night slaying thing as he's gonna like teleport back into the dungeon. So yeah, now he's like geared up and he can just like kill all these knights so easily. He realizes that the mages are kind of summoning the knights, so he kind of jumps up, attacks the mages, and then the mages kind of like summon this giant armored knight. So the animation was very cool as he kind of like tanked its abilities and kind of cut it up and crushed it. So it was very cool. So yeah, Jinwoo did survive the job change quest, which is kind of crazy. Like I thought he'd like teleport out because you don't really need to kill everything, I guess, but you do get a bonus if you like kind of 100% clear it. So Jinwoo gets a new job. It's like a necromancer, so he can control undead things. He kind of doesn't want this job because it's kind of out of character. Like how can he solo level if he's controlling an army of undead? And then necromancers are usually mages, but he's kind of like an assassin on the front lines, so that's also contradictory. But he realizes that he can't let this job class go to waste. It's like pretty unique, I guess. So he's like, okay, I'll be a battle mage, I'll summon things, but also fight on the front lines at the same time. Yeah, he accepts the job change quest, and then he gets a lot of like bonus points to a shadow monarch. He can control the undead when he says his magic word, which is arise. He got XP sharing from this army of undead, but he also sees Igris's body there. So he's like the big strong red knight guy, and he's like, okay, I want this guy. He's gonna be in my army too. So he uses his necromancy skill arise on Igris. The thing is, it doesn't work, so it's like catching a Pokemon. It's not 100% effective. So then yeah, he has 3 chances. The first chance it didn't work, second chance he tried again, arise didn't work, third chance he's like begging Igris. He's like, bro, I know your only purpose was to like protect the throne from the king, but the king ain't coming back. Now why don't you serve me? I'll let you not waste your power and you can fight cool things with me. So this dude is just like yapping to a dead body. It was definitely very goofy. If you're like a third party observer, like it's kind of hard to take things seriously. But yeah, I guess his speech worked because when he uses arise the third time, he captures Igris in a cool kind of shadowy animation and he joins his army. So yeah, that was cool. Jinwoo gets this army of undead, so his power definitely increased significantly. And yeah, I guess the anime ends there on like a cliffhanger. We see like there's some people, they're going on to Jeju Island. So yeah, they were talking about that. All the kind of S rank hunters, the hot blonde lady, she's also there. And then they see like there's monsters here that are kind of evolving. So they might be in trouble here. I don't know. Like this island seems to be dangerous. So yeah, I guess very solid anime. It had a lot to live up to. All the fans kind of having high expectations. And yeah, I liked it. It was a good action anime this season. The story was exactly what you expected. You know, this dude getting overpowered. If you don't like that, if you don't like the main characters, then I doubt it gets better from here. And besides that, I guess we're done with solo leveling. We're not solo leveling anymore. We're arising from the shadows. So yeah, let's talk about Mashle season 2. So yeah, this is episode 12. We've wrapped up the season. It was funny. Like I like this anime. It's very charming. The combination of action and parody is like very solid. But yeah, I mean, I thought this season was a bit weaker. Basically because a lot of fights were so repetitive, them playing the serious steel like background music on him, and basically it was kind of uneventful. I wouldn't say repetitive because some of the jokes did land, but overall, yeah, I thought the villains this season were kind of weak, which is surprising to say because we did see the final boss, like this Voldemort ripoff, Innocent Zero or whatever. So yeah, we had some good story reveals. The vibe of the anime definitely matched season 1, but there was just like not any like huge moments. I think my most favorite fight in this season was Mash versus Baccaran because he was like kind of like a funny psycho villain. He could keep up with Mash's jokes and he has like a lot of tricks up his sleeve, and you know, he's gender fluid, spoilers, but I thought that was kind of cool as well. So that's pretty much my opinions on Mashle season 2. I'm definitely going to keep watching because I heard you're going to adapt the whole story. This episode was like your typical wrap up because we defeated the villain last week, but this time the newspapers get word that Mash is a lack magic, so and everyone hates him. All the regular citizens are kind of protesting the school like, yo, how dare you go here? So then they start like throwing rocks at him, like Lemon's trying to protect him, and then they're throwing rocks at Lemon. It was super sad, but you know, they're telling you, oh, Mash's friends will protect him no matter what. And then yeah, Mash just like comes through and he like grabs all the rocks in front of them. They try to like trap him in like this magical cage, and he just like punches it and throws it away. So it's like your typical Mash being the good guy. He'll fight against injustice with his brute strength, and maybe he'll change society. He has a good group of friends he's making. So every season a lot more allies kind of come through here. There's like some divine visionaries that are actually on Mash's side, so that's cool as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it for Mashle. Also the opening by Creepy Nuts, Bling Bang Bang Born, bro, this song is so good. So yeah, I mean, it's definitely been overplayed, but I love this opening so much. So yeah, that's another huge plus for the anime. All right, and now for the Dangers in My Heart season 2 episode 13. Cute episode. Like they kind of ruined it a bit because Kyotaro and Yamada are gonna have like a good heart-to-heart confession, making her kind of come on this trip just so he doesn't get lonely, but then Yamada has to like practice for her audition. So yeah, he feels guilty. He wants to say that to her, but before he can, they get trapped in the same hotel room with all these girls. So yeah, just like terrible timing, and now just like anime hijinks happening. They're kind of like hiding in the same bed. All the girls are talking to each other. They almost like kissed or so close together. But then after another incident where like a dude gets caught peeping, Kyotaro kind of uses that moment to escape because all the girls are kind of yelling at the other guy through the window. They kind of continue on the class trip. Kyotaro tells Yamada she doesn't really need to hold back because of him. She can kind of go on the audition, do her thing. So yeah, he's just like being understanding towards her. She's crying. It's like, you know, simple communication, but you know, it's very solid. Their relationship continues. Kyotaro's like really close to Yamada. He kind of like offers her support and everything. He sees her in the library. It's all good. And yeah, she's also eating food, so that's cute. But yeah, the big part is that at the end of the episode, Yamada actually asks Kyotaro out. She does it. Oh my god, yo. The power fantasy goes hard. But yeah, it's like a middle school romance, so they can't really kiss yet. They're too embarrassed. But, you know, it's like a good story. I think so many people like this romance anime. These characters are like all about their insecurities. They kind of talk about it. It focuses on them trying to like overcome that. They're kind of growing as people, and they're also like getting closer together as well. And then yeah, finally Yamada asked them out, so this is like a big deal. I'm not sure if there's a season 3, but I guess they'll probably do more things together. Alright, so for Gushing Over Magical Girls episode 13, this is the finale. So yes, this kind of like degen anime is finished. I liked it. I know a lot of people did love it. So yeah, the fan service goes hard. The story was surprisingly good, so it didn't really have to fall back on like the degen fan service. The interactions with Baser and the entire cast was insanely good. So her just like kind of exploring different fetishes with different people. Here, it was funny because it was a beach episode, and then we see Baser facing off with Azure, and then Azure's new kind of like Giga Chad ice form is kind of crazy because it doesn't really increase her offensive power, but it increases her tanking skills. She's actually a masochist, so she loves like kind of absorbing all these attacks. So she kind of also gets the confidence to fight people back. So yeah, Baser kind of awakened this horniness in her. She felt bad that her heart was breaking. She kind of like succumbed to evil. But yeah, now Vaser realizes that Azure is beautiful. So it's a cool beach fight. We see like everyone hanging out, all the characters with their normal street identity, but then transforming into magical girls and villains. It's very funny. And yeah, very solid finale, good wrap up. I definitely enjoyed how it ended because in the beginning, Vaser was just like tormenting all these girls. I was hoping they would grow, get more powerful. And yeah, it looks like they do. All right, and now for the tier list for the winter 2024 season. I'll have 3 different tier lists. One's for the best opening, one for the best waifus, and one for the best shows we have. So I'll start off with the openings. It's gonna be pretty fast. We have 3 tiers, just like good songs I liked. Basically the Mashle opening, Bling Bling Bang Born, is so good. So it's definitely gotta be S plus tier. Everyone definitely knows how much of a bop this is. Creepy Nuts with some entertaining ass solid vocals again. The rapping is so good, the music is nice. After that, we got S tier with Free Ren, Beyond Journey's End. So the second opening was so good. It's called Haru by Yorushika. And yeah, I liked it so much. I liked the midpoint in the song where there was a ring and things kind of popped off. The Apothecary Diaries opening as well, S tier. It's called Ambivalent by Uru. Yeah, both openings in this anime were insanely good. They fit the theme of the show. So yeah, definitely good singing, great opening. We got the Undead Unluck second opening as well. It's called Love Call. I like the first opening definitely a lot more, but this one was also very solid. We also got the solo leveling OP. It's called Level. Fitting name. It's by Hiroyuki Sawano and Tomorrow and Together. So yeah, I mean, you gotta pay the bills, you gotta level up. This is very fitting with the show. We got Classroom of the Elite Season 3 opening. I liked it a lot. We got the Dungeon Meshi opening. I also like that a lot. The Buchigiri opening S tier was insanely good as well. We got the Shangri-La Frontier second opening as well, called Danger Danger by FCMC. I liked it as well, very good. We got It's Time for Torture Princess opening. This one was also kind of like a very funny opening. Also, we got the Gushing Over Magical Girls opening. So yeah, I like the beginning of the song where they're like so cute. I really made you appreciate those magical girls. We have the Metallic Rouge opening. I also liked it, so I'll put it in S tier. We got the Bang Bang Braver opening. So this anime was a trip. We also have the Dangerous in My Heart Season 2 opening. It's also very good. And then after that for A tier, I kind of like these songs, but didn't really stick out too much. So the Sign of Affection opening was pretty good. The Chain Soldier opening I liked. The Weakest Tamer opening was solid. The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic also had a good opening, as well as The Witch and the Beast. So yeah, that's it for A tier. But these are most of the songs that kind of stood out for me this season. So yeah, nothing too crazy. If I missed a song, if I skipped your opening, please let me know. But yeah, that's it for the opening tier list. And now for the tier list for the best waifus we had this winter season. So I got most of the main girls on here. I'm about to check all these waifus. I'm gonna rate all the girls, and it is International Women's Month, so we gotta be generous. So starting off with Frieren from her own anime, so I gotta put her in S tier. Overpowered elf, very funny personality, just emotionless, but she's inspiring so many people. She's so adept at magic, but also like a bit laid back. So a lot of people have fun teaming up with her. Also, we have her apprentice Fern, also S tier, very gifted. We saw her kind of like go all out this season, show more magical abilities, even though she's also a teenager going through so many mood swings, just pouting at Stirk. So yeah, everything about her is like super cute so far. Also, we have Ubel, S tier again. All these female characters are very unique in their own way. Ubel, psycho bitch. I probably can't fix her. She'll probably ruin me. Also, we got Baser from Gushing Over Magical Girls. Yes, the main character of the show. She's the villain, but she loves these magical girls. So she's a necessary evil. She gotta test the girls, make sure they're getting stronger and able to protect the city. So yeah, maybe she's doing a good thing, but she's also super degenerate. So yeah, her character's like super funny. Loved her. And now we got Yamada from Dangerous in My Heart. So yes, S tier model girl. I mean, her relationship with the main dude's like super cute. She's also like her own person, has her own insecurities, is like an actress, model, super successful, but does not feel like a Mary Sue. And now we have Fallen from Dungeon Meshi, also S tier. I loved how everyone built her up so much. There's like strong, positive mage. She took care of all the spirits. She kind of helped everybody. And I mean, she sacrificed her life just so everyone could survive, so we gotta rescue her. And now we got her teammate Marcel, so I'll put her in A tier because she's like a realistic character. She does not want to eat all these like foreign monsters in the dungeon, and then she's just like complaining so much, which is understandable. But yeah, she's definitely like a strong member of the party. Also, we got Guido from The Witch and the Beast. She's super aggressive, does not like listen to any rules, and yeah, just wants to attack these witches. So yeah, loved her personality, loved her attitude. And we also got Tortura from It's Time to Torture Princess. I'll put her in S tier. I liked her so much. It's like, you know, doing her job. and does it very efficiently. Just bringing out new tortures for the princess, with just like a demon aesthetic, but also rocking to business casual. Also, we got the princess from the same anime, so I'll put her in A tier. She's like the commander of the 3rd Legion army. She's super strong and powerful, but you know, she likes to be lazy. She just likes to chill in this prison cell, even though she can break out at any time. And then, yeah, she's just like falling for these tortures every time. I guess she's like treating this torture life as a vacation. So I guess that's understandable. It's cute to see her like relaxing, eating good food every week. And now we got Kyoka from Chain Soldier. Yes, S tier, very strong waifu. Defeating the monsters, training the main character, making him her slave. So yeah, I mean, very adorable. There are a lot of solid fan service moments, and these women are so strong. Also, we got Tenka from the same anime. I also got to put her in S tier, very aggressive. She knows what she wants. She wants to main dude, so yeah, she'll stop at nothing to get him. So Yuki better watch out. All these girls are trying to give him the reward. Also, we got Margaret Macaron for S tiers. Kind of like a spoiler, but this character is gender fluid, which was kind of unexpected. So kind of like a crazy music related wizard. They were definitely very interesting when fighting Mash. Also, we got Lemon from the same anime. I'll put her in B tier because yeah, her character is super stagnant, just like attracted to Mash. She thinks they're married. And now we got Mao Mao from the Apothecary Diaries, so S tier, just like, you know, really smart, strong main character, driving a lot of things, protecting herself, and kind of solving all these mysteries. So yeah, I loved her last season. This season again, just like keeping it consistent. And now we got Nihilo from Ishura, so she's kind of like the spider waifu. I liked her, kind of like a hot design. If you haven't seen Ashura, then, you know, they got some good waifus there. Also, we got another one, Taran the Punished, from the same anime. She has like a cool eye patch, kind of like a sick villain character here. So I'll put her in A tier. And now we got Arthur Pencilgon from Shangri-La Frontier. I'll also put her in S tier, kind of like a hot character design, purple hair, just like, you know, training, fighting against these unique monsters, helping out the main character. She's very confident, very experienced gamer slash model. So yeah, I'll put her in S tier. Also, we have Rose from The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic. So yeah, green-haired kind of healing waifu. Very strong and aggressive, very powerful. Yeah, loved her personality so much. We also got Princess Starlia from Ragna Crimson. So, very rough season. She went through a lot, just like commanding her army. And yeah, things didn't really go the way you expected. So, yeah, hopefully things work out for her. And now we got Yumelia Dolkness from Villainous level 99. Yeah, just like her reactions are very funny. She doesn't really understand how normal people think. She's just way too overpowered. And yeah, it's also oblivious to romance. So, yeah, similar to like other Otome game protagonists. Also, we got some girls we gotta protect. So we got Ivy from The Weakest Tamer Picks Up Trash. She's just going on an adventure by herself, just like the whole world is against her. She's trying to survive, and she does. It's just like very cute. And we also got Luna from The Strongest Tanks Labyrinth Raids. So I mean, she's like another cute kind of girl. Just like the main dude's kind of protecting her. She also has like this white hair and red jacket when we first see her. And there's also Nema from Fluffy Paradise. Very cute girl, and yeah, she got isekai'd here. So I guess she's enjoying her best life, kind of taking care of these animals. And now we got Akemi from Snack Boss. I'll put her in A tier. She's kind of like the owner of this bar. Just like talking to people. She's like the main character of this anime, driving a lot of conversations. And, you know, adds a lot of personality to the show. And now we got Aoi from bottom tier characters. So, yeah, I mean, the romance show is season 2 of it. She's the main girl. So, yeah, driving the development. She's like a huge gamer, very skilled. Her handle is no name. So, yeah, I mean, solid A tier character. We also got Suzune from Classroom of the Elite, season 3. So, yeah, I'll put her in A tier. Just like, I guess, solid main girl, following her, kind of like control the classroom. She's trying to be a leader, goes through some development with her brother as well. So yeah, loved her progression in this anime. And we also got Arisu from the same anime. So yeah, I mean, I thought she was so annoying. She's very smug, acts like, you know, she can fix the main character, but I mean, she fails. I mean, she's just like another girl in Ayano Koji's harem. He's definitely not gonna care about her. But yeah, I guess she makes an appearance in the show. There's also like a lot more other girls in the show as well. But yeah, these two kind of stood out for me. I know the blonde-haired girl Kei gets like a lot of romantic development. And then we get a lot of like Ichinose backstory that was supposed to be kind of tragic, but I thought it was like pretty funny. And now we got Dr. Elise for A tier. I mean, she's like a cool isekai doctor, kind of using her knowledge from the past life, using modern medicine to kind of fix this world. She knows about surgeries, diabetes, all these things that would probably take like hundreds of years of research to like progress. Kind of like a solid main character doing her thing. And now we got Lorraine from the Unwanted Undead Adventure for A tier. She has big ass titties. That's all you need to know. But yeah, I mean, she's like very supportive to the main character. He protected her a while ago, so now she's protecting him as he's just like, you know, running his undead life. So yeah, very supportive main girl. And now we got Nashiko from The Way Upon. A very hot kind of mahjong waifu. And now we got Riche from 7 Time Loop. Also put her in A tier, kind of like a pretty strong, capable main character. She also has cheat codes because, yeah, she has time powers, living the same life multiple times. So, yeah, hopefully she makes the best out of her power. And now we got Tama from Sengoku Yuko. She's kind of like this supernatural fox spirit. So, yeah, I mean, she's going on adventures with like the main cast, doing things. Kind of cute. And now we also got Yuki from A Sign of Affection. So yeah, very cute, adorable character. She's like navigating this world being deaf, trying her best. So yeah, I loved her progression. But yeah, I mean, she's like very naive. This is her first love with the main characters. So she's kind of just like experimenting, going with it. And now we got Hibiki from Moonlit Fantasy. I'll put her in B tier. She's kind of like a new hero we meet. So yeah, there's like a lot of waifus in the show, but yeah, none of them really stood out so far this season. But yeah, I thought like she was very positive, kind of like a good hero. So yeah, I like seeing her. And now we got Fuyuki from Hokkaido Gals are super adorable. So yeah, I mean, big rack, massive even. I mean, she's only in high school, don't really want to loot her. But yeah, I mean, pretty much a self-insert anime, and she's just very positive, very attracted to the main dude. So I mean, if you're lonely, yeah, this girl is definitely for you. And we also got Hibiki from Bang Bang Brave Earn. So she's kind of like this other mecha waifu helping out the main character, doing her thing. So yeah, I thought she was kind of cool. Now we got Lily from The Foolish Angel, Dances with the Devil. So yeah, just like, you know, standard romance character. She was a bit interesting, you know, had some like tragic past. And we also got Mahoro from Buchigiri. So yeah, this anime doesn't really have too many women, but I mean, she's like very interesting, just like yelling at people, very mean. She's also super attracted to her brother. And now we got Momichi from the Momichi house. I guess I'll put her in B tier. You know, standard shoujo main character, kind of doing her thing, very inoffensive, but also like doesn't really stick out too much. And now we got Rouge from Metallic Rouge. I thought she was very cute, kind of like a childlike demeanor. She's very naive, wants everything to be positive and happy, but she's also living in this kind of like evil dystopian world. And now we got Hoshizaki-san from Sasaki and Peeps. I'll put her in B tier. I mean, like, solid girl. There's like a lot of girls in this anime. I think she was the one we saw a lot of in the beginning. Just like recruiting the main character to like this undercover CIA organization. She's like trying to work hard, trying to ladder climb. She's also only 16, even though her character looks like an adult woman. So I thought that was unnecessary. Like, why don't you make her an adult? She's like fighting real criminals and shit. Like, won't it make sense if she was like slightly older? It wouldn't really change anything. But yes, the author loves introducing these underage characters to just be attracted to the main dude for some reason. And we also got Tomo from My Instant Death Ability is Overpowered. So yeah, she's kind of like the sidekick to the main character. She's very cute, adorable, just like trying to survive. She has like, so she's definitely inoffensive and has like kind of good reactions every time something happens. And now we got Juhi from Solo Leveling. I'll put her in C tier. She gets scared a lot, very weak, which is understandable. But yeah, I was hoping for some growth for her. And we also got Crystal, the Light Princess from Tales of Wedding Rings. So yeah, very annoying character. She's attracted to the main dude, of course. Like, they're very devoted to each other, but she's also super shy. It's like the classic, like, embarrassing Japanese culture. We can't do it. So I thought her embarrassed attitude was super weird considering they're married and she's just like trying to show off to him every day. If you like fan service, she's pretty much the first girl, the main member of the harem. So I guess it's not too bad. And yeah, that is it for the waifus we had this season, the waifu list. I definitely think Frieren is my favorite girl this season. Just like, you know, solid main character. Burn and Ubel don't really do it for me, but I mean, they're also very cool. I thought Baser was nice. And I mean, the Chain Soldier cast as well, they're all like kind of like hot and cool. Let me know if you agree, disagree, if I missed your favorite waifu. But yeah, that is it for the best girls, the best waifus we had for the winter season. And now finally, we have the tier list for the best shows this season. This is definitely not objective. It is biased towards me, but yeah, I'm just like ranking everything up. I saw most of these animes, so yeah, I have nothing really negative to say about this season. Nothing really was offensively bad. All the shows were like kind of entertaining. Maybe some of them were like slightly boring, a bit generic, but overall I'll try to be very generous because yeah, I did enjoy this season. So starting off with Kingdom season 5, I've heard like it's so hyped up, so many good things. I saw the first 2 seasons. This anime is like honestly very solid. The story goes hard in this kind of like Chinese war environment. It's by Studio Period, so yeah, maybe I'll check it out eventually. And we also got Blue Exorcist season 3 I didn't watch, so yeah, some demon boys fighting their supernatural, but I'm not up to date with it, so yeah, I did not watch it. We also got Firefighter Daigo, so the second core. I did not check this one out, unfortunately, but I thought the first core was solid. I just kind of lost interest. There's also Urusou Yatsura season 2. I didn't watch it, but yeah, in essence, it's kind of like a predictable romance show. All right, and now for the S+ tier, the godlike anime this season, Frieren Beyond Journey's End. I mean, high quality. I've talked so much about it, but yeah, I'm gonna be sad. No more free run this week. No more free run ever until season 2 comes out. But basically, good show. The adventure felt nice. Nothing in this arc was like super boring. I love the exam. I love all these characters with different kind of mental problems. They have different goals, and then they're meeting each other in this exam. Free Run and Fern just like carrying everybody though. They're just super strong. They're the exception. So yeah, Free Run is an S plus tier, but it's not by itself because I also love the Apothecary Diaries. Gotta put this in S plus as well. There were some boring episodes in the second half, but overall the storytelling was so solid. I was very invested in the characters. The villains and the antagonists were also like very interesting because they're not just like, you know, regular evil people. They're kind of just like doing their thing, being greedy or hurting other people, and Mad Mouse is like getting caught in the middle of it. So I thought everything about the show was super well done, very beautiful. And now for S tier, we got Solo Leveling. So of course I'll put this here. It was a good action show this season. I mean, if you don't like the story, you could definitely put it a lot lower. But yeah, I barely read the source material. I think I read like 1 or 2 chapters like 4 years ago. But yeah, I think it definitely lived up to the hype, had good animation. Jinwoo bothered me a lot, and in essence, the story is a generic power fantasy, but I was still like thoroughly entertained. And also for S tier, we got Dungeon Meshi. So yeah, very entertaining anime by Trigger. The quality was there every week. I'd say it got a bit repetitive sometimes because yeah, a lot of the characters are so annoying. Marcel and Chilchuk just don't want to be here, but then Laios and the dwarf Senshi are just like dragging their asses through the dungeon as they're just like eating everything. So the dynamic was kind of funny. So yeah, this is kind of like a unique type of fantasy show. And now we got The Dangers in My Heart season 2 for S tier, just like super wholesome show. It looked really good. Yamada just out here being a model, wearing the drip. She got her Adidas book bag and just like, you know, eating food, being insecure. These characters are in middle school. They're not mentally developed and they're just sharing their insecurities with each other. It's pretty well done. And now we got Gushing Over Magical Girls for S tier. Yes, surprisingly, this animation wasn't great, but it was definitely an interesting fan service show. It's very degenerate, like these girls are definitely underage, but disregarding that, I love seeing Baser just like control everything, her kind of awakening fetishes and all these girls, and them exploring a lot of different sexual situations. And now we got Undead Unluck for S tier. Yes, the second core of this anime. I love seeing Fuko and Andy. They're doing more stuff together. The story kind of takes a turn. As you would expect, just like crazy shit happens every week. So there's a lot to talk about. It's hard to express in a few words, but yeah, it's like a crazy show. A lot of action happens, as well as decent character development and super depressing backstories. And also for S tier, we got Buchigiri. So this is like an original Mappa anime. It was written by the guy who made Skate the Infinity, which was also kind of like a solid story. But this one's basically about dudes fighting, and the whole environment was insanely good. It just looked like if you took India, combined it with like Japanese slums, and just like put a lot of graffiti and gang violence in it, that would be this anime pretty much. There's a lot of characters with realistic motivations. The main character is definitely not someone you should root for, but yeah, I thought the action in the show was so good. The story was like very easy to follow. It was a unique original show with really good fight animation. And we also got Shangri-La Frontier for S tier. Very beautiful anime, very in-depth. It does get repetitive sometimes, just like them explaining game mechanics. Here they're fighting the Weatherman for like a bunch of episodes, but it did deliver. The characters were funny, and the fact that they go so hard into storytelling, explaining the game mechanics, just makes me pretty invested in the world. And we also got Ninja Kamui for S tier. So yeah, solid anime, co-produced by Adult Swim. So yeah, they got some unique animes out there. Animation is sick every episode. Story's not too deep, you know, it's kind of just like a revenge story. Hopefully the second half delivers because yeah, I was just like entertained watching the first half. We also got Ashura for S tier. So this story's like very unique. I liked it a lot. It was a bit jarring at first because it's kind of like a battle royal type of survival anime with dudes fighting each other, but before they fight each other, we just get 6 episodes of backstories for each character. The fact that they changed perspective so much was very interesting, and I think it paid off because yeah, we got a lot of cool characters, good voice acting, as everyone's just like fighting in the second half of the anime. And now we got 'Tis Time for Torture Princess. Yes, I'll put this in S tier. I do like Sleepy Princess in a Demon Castle a lot better because I thought this anime, the gimmick did get repetitive, unfortunately, but despite that, it looked really good. Good animation. The food was high quality, very detailed, like, you know, better than Food Wars. We had a lot of characters. They were so cute, so I was like cheering for everybody. We also got the weakest tamer goes on a journey to pick up trash. So yeah, this weak tamer picked up this rare slime. It has like a lot of powers. It's helping her travel across this world. It's just like so cute and wholesome seeing her survive. I know like putting this in S tier might be a little too high because it's like, random fantasy isekai show. But I genuinely felt sad seeing Ivy being like kicked out from her village, just like struggling to survive. I'm just like happy things worked out for her in the show. And now for A tier, we have some solid shows that might have some flaws. One is Ragnar Crimson. I thought this like source material was insane. The fights go crazy. The character backstories and motivations are so good. But the one flaw it did have was the animation held it back. So yeah, I thought this season was entertaining, very action-packed, but you can tell the fights were missing something. And now for Classroom of the Elite Season 3. Yes, perpetually, decent show. The same thing pretty much happens every season with Ayano Koji helping all these girls around him. He's just like kind of plotting his victory towards all these like random tests he has to take. So yeah, it's no different here. We get some more characters. There's like this white-haired girl with the cane. There's a black-haired girl trying to like run the classroom, and then a lot of other like kind of emotional plot lines in the back. So yeah, I never really got into the concept of this anime. Just like the school is so goofy, all these exams don't matter. Season 3 pretty much has the same vibe as the other seasons. I think maybe they rushed like some of the exams. But yeah, I guess Ayano Koji is still doing his thing. I loved all the characters. I loved all the voice acting in this anime. And now we got Mashle Season 2 for A tier. I like Mashle, but the season was kind of boring. None of the fights were super interesting, a bit repetitive, which was a bit unfortunate, but hopefully it gets better like in future seasons. And now we got Moonlit Fantasy Season 2 for A tier. Yeah, pretty popular isekai. It has some good world building, some funny parody moments as well. It pretty much reminds me of the Slime anime. Just like a dude kind of running his village with all these demi-humans. And yeah, the main character Kusunoha, he is like super overpowered. So yeah, nothing really crazy happened this season. And now we got Chain Soldier for A tier. I like this anime. Just like the combination of fan service and action was insanely good. I have to read the source material because yeah, the problem with this anime is that it was a bit low quality. So yeah, I heard a lot of people were disappointed. I liked it so far as an introduction to the series. I thought the fan service moments were well done and action was like pretty fun. And now we got The Wrong Way to Use Healing Magic for A tier. Just like a solid isekai. Like, it doesn't really do anything new, but the main character is like kind of cool. Just like, he has a unique power, healing magic. Not a lot of people have this, so he's just using it to like kind of train, get stronger, help fight against the demons. And now we got Villainous level 99 for A tier. I may be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. So yeah, very funny show. Just like seeing Yumelia not understand any situation, having all these people scared of her, but her just like navigating through the school. It's like a pretty solid otome game type of show. And now we got The Witch and the Beast for A tier. I kind of wanted to like this show. I thought it was a bit underwhelming, but I still thought it had like decent moments. Just like, two characters we follow, they're hunting witches down, and all these witch fights were pretty decent. They kind of had to like track down the witches. A lot of the time they have to like kind of uncover a mystery, find out the witches' motivations. And now we got Mr. Villain's Day Off for A tier. Yeah, solid slice of life show. It looks very good. So yeah, just like a wholesome show. It does get repetitive, but it's just your typical like kind of vacation propaganda show. If you're working too hard, maybe you gotta enjoy your days off, eat ice cream, look at the pandas, and I guess don't think about your job for world domination. And now we got Cherry Magic. 30 years of virginity can make you into a wizard. Yeah, very funny title. I honestly didn't think I would like it this much, but yeah, it's like a solid boys love anime. The art style was nice, and I mean the concept is exactly what the title is. The main dude, he didn't get laid for 30 years, so he gets a superpower, which is to read minds, and then he finds out that his coworker is into him. It doesn't really do anything crazy, but I guess the concept is kind of wild. And we also got Bang Bang Brave Earn for A tier. It's kind of a very funny mecha show. I also didn't expect to like it this much, but it definitely had a lot of personality. The mecha suit is just like its own person, very wild, just like yelling at people. And it's just saying its goofy catchphrase, Brave Earn, as he's just like teaming up with humanity to fight the aliens. And now we got Snack Boss for A tier. I like this. This is like a good slice of life show. Kind of tells you about like this working industry and the isekai, where, if you're running this bar, just like there's like regulars, and kind of just like shows you a glimpse of like, inside Japanese working life. And finally for A tier, we got bottom tier character Tomozaki Season 2. So yeah, I mean the second season of this romance show, it was a bit forgettable, but watching it, it's just like wholesome, just like high school romance with these gamers. And now for B tier, we got Metallic Rouge. I also really want to like this anime, but I just couldn't. It was kind of just like a racism allegory. Like, we got like androids living with humans. The androids are oppressed. There's kind of like this sci-fi theme where there's like aliens. It's kind of entertaining. There's like a dynamic with the main two characters. So I thought it was charming at first, but the storytelling felt like it cooked way too long. And I felt like they were planning something with the world building, but like a lot of stuff seemed like it was missing. Now we got Hokkaido Gals Are Super Adorable. So I'll put this in B tier. It's just like a high school romance show pretty much. I kind of did not learn anything about Hokkaido watching this show, except there's like a lot of of girls here with massive racks, and maybe it snows a lot, so yeah, it's a bit cold. That's pretty much all I learned from the show. And now we got 7th time loop for B tier. The villainess enjoys a carefree life, married to her worst enemy. So I kind of enjoyed the beginning of this anime where it showed just like a strong female protagonist. Doesn't really care about anything, just like doing what she can to survive, and she has the power to go back in time. She just keeps dying to the prince, he murders her each time. So she's pretty much like, yeah, I can fix him. Just like random family, kingdom, politics. But everything gets settled so easily, just like a lot of like random dramatic things that happen. So after a promising beginning, I thought the story kind of devolved and it wasn't too great. And now we got the Undead Unwanted Adventurer. Yeah, random fantasy show with like big tittied women taking care of like this like skeleton lord. I thought it was like slightly okay. Like the characters felt like they had like decent motivations. There's also the foolish angel dances with the devil. It's also like a solid romance show. I really liked how they kind of reversed the gender roles. They made the angel the sadistic, evil Dami Mommy, and they made the demon guy kind of like the wrapped up, sympathetic character. So yeah, as the story goes, they kind of like reverse roles, and then the guy kind of protects the girl. So I liked how the show kind of developed, but overall, yeah, there were like a lot of like boring, just like random romance episodes. And now we got Sasaki and Peeps for B tiers. So I thought this anime was so random. I kind of don't like it at all. After like a promising kind of like well animated first episode, just like the show goes all over the place. I cannot understand why this world is like this. But basically this dude just like travels between worlds. He gets like super overpowered isekai powers. And then the weirdest part is that there's so many lollies he's attracting. Like if you thought Naofumi from Shield Hero was the lolly master, no, this dude, just like every character, every little girl he interacts with, just like falls for him. So like his next door neighbor, his coworker who looked like an adult woman but revealed that she was 16. These other kind of random girls that he meets in his adventures. But yeah, it's just like a weird show that I wasn't really a huge fan of. And now we got Dr. Elise, the royal lady with the lamp. It's kind of like a typical European kingdom isekai type of thing. There's like some politics going on. The main character, she doesn't really care about being a princess. She wants to be a doctor. Just like being a polite girl, but also just like, you know, curing all these people, doing surgeries and everything. And now we got Sengoku Yuko. So yeah, I also like this anime. It's kind of like fantasy adventures with like a lot of like supernatural fights going on. And now we got the demon prince of the Momichi house. So yeah, this girl, she inherits a house, but there's like demons living in it. It's like an okay shoujo romance show, nothing crazy. It is very similar to Kami-sama Kiss, if you've seen it. So yeah, I thought that was better. I thought Fruits Basket was also better. So yeah, this anime's just okay, seeing a girl just like interact with all these like supernatural dudes. And now we got The Way of Pawn for B tier. Yeah, this show's animation is nothing to write home about, but you know, big tittied girls running this mahjong parlor. It was kind of hot, like a solid kind of slice of life show. Now we got Sign of Affection. I'll leave this at B tier. I didn't really like it at all. The characters were very one-dimensional. The main character is like also the Rizzler. He's super creepy and overbearing and manipulative. So yeah, not my favorite romance show, but it was definitely very cute. The environment and everything, it looked really nice. So yeah, it did have some redeeming qualities. And yeah, that is it for B tier. Let's go through C tier pretty quickly. So my instant that skill is so overpowered. He has this trashy ass isekai. It is kind of funny because they're just like go so hard with the main dude being able to kill anything. Literally the concepts of physics he can kill, inanimate objects he can kill, and just like real people with any level of power just instantly one shots them. It was definitely entertaining, but just like the concept is so trashy that I kind of zoned out. Just like another isekai this season. And now we got banished from the hero's party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside season 2. But yeah, random light novel based show. I definitely thought the first season was boring. Second season was slightly better. There are a lot of like wholesome moments with the Giga Chad main character and his waifus. We see the hero here as well. So yeah, they do a lot of like fantasy stuff, but overall, you know, it is super boring. And now we got Tales of Wedding Rings. So yeah, C tier. It is very bad. Like the story is the most self-insert thing ever. It's like a harem show where the main character gets isekai'd and now he has to like marry all these girls to like get their elemental power. I did like it just because the fan service, I was down bad. I did read a lot of the source material as well, but yeah, the animation looks so ugly. Each fight was really bad, kind of resolved like in the worst way possible. But overall, if you want like a fan service show, if you are feeling horny, this one might do it for you. But they pretty much make the main character stay pure anytime he wants to like get it on with his wives. It's like, oh no, the mood isn't right. We have to wait until we're both ready. And now we got Fluffy Paradise for C tier. I thought it was a cute isekai at first, but then it got so repetitive. I didn't really like it that much. And now we got the strongest tanks labyrinth raids. So I also put this as C tier. Super boring, just like random isekai. This dude, Giga Chad Tank, gets kicked from his party, but instantly people see his value. He kind of rescues a little girl. He's taking care of his sister. It's like a pretty boring show. And yeah, that is it for the animes this season. Thank you for watching. Yeah, a lot of like cool shows, a lot of mid shows as well. But overall, yeah, I had fun watching this season. Free run, of course. I'm glad I watched this anime every week. Very entertaining. Just like a unique story with like very funny characters. Apothecary Diaries as well, just like very good story. And yeah, everything else in S tier, just like very entertaining, good animation. So yeah, what more can I ask for? That is it for the winter season. Thank you for watching. And yeah, it's kind of crazy. There's so much more anime announcements this year. Like a lot more exciting shows are dropping. I'm feeling so spoiled. But yeah, right now in the spring, we're getting Demon Slayer, Mushoku Tensei, a new Konosuba season finally, and I'm in Kaiju number 8, cool shonen anime. And yeah, in the future, we're getting Oshinoko season 2, we're getting ReZero season 3. So a lot more stuff to keep up with. But yeah, the winter season is finished. I'll see you in the spring. Leave a comment what you felt about this season, any shows that stood out to you that you liked that I missed, and peace.